I went over to Washington Square Park in West Greenwich Village, the old heart of New York, Bohemia, for the marshaling of the start of the annual Marijuana Day Parade, which this year happened to come out on the Mexican holiday Cinco de Mayo, although nobody associated with it seemed to even notice it.
And I went over there afterwards and got together with people in London, and we came up with a plan to make this a worldwide marijuana day.
That was Dana Beal, the organizer of the New York wing of the Worldwide Marijuana Day Parade, who is somebody I go back with a long time, to the High Times days. The magazine, among other things, was sort of inspired by my novel, Agent of Chaos, to see what was going to be what.
And its Venezuelan government. We also demand a free monthly stash for all those who need medical marijuana.
And that was Aaron Cade, one of the original agents of Pie Kill, a political pie-for-hire throwing outfit, also inspired by my novel, Agent of Chaos, as the name of the organization will tell you. And what he is saying gives you a good idea of the spirit of the New York wing of this worldwide event. Well, it was a bright, beautiful, sunny day. The park was full of people, but there was a band that was supposed to show up that didn't show up to gather the people in the park together in front of the stage that they had set up to begin the parade and get a good group of people together. And the result was a lot of political speeches and basically a lot of rather unagented chaos.
They're posses. They like to break into doors and say, "Get down, nigger!" You know? I'll say what they say. That's what I understand. I need Al Sharpton's going to be on my ass now. I thought this is very critical for a quarterman.
Well, it got to the point where the crowd was dissipating because all they were hearing was a bunch of political speeches, and then they were running out of people to make the speeches while they were trying to set up at the bandstand way across town in Tompkins Square Park. So Dana asked me to get up there and give a little speech myself, which I did, and which I will tell you what I said at the end of this video, which seems appropriate, but I didn't do very much better than anyone else. And when the march finally got underway, across Fifth Avenue on Main Street, things got a lot of better and a lot more lively. And then it turned on to 8th Street, across town Main Street, and picked up more and more speed, and the steering was underway with floats and people organizing all kinds of causes for all kinds of things in addition to the parade. becomes St. Mark's Place, which is the main road of the edging of East Village, going all the way to Conference Square Park, where the parade was first filmed with a big rally and musical concert. Well, as you can see, the cops were in good humor. There was really no hassle. They were having a good time out there in the sun, too. Here's the Topping Square, and down through the path to where another bandstand had been set up for a musical concert that was supposed to be the climax of the rally and of this day. But there was another technical screw-up. The bandstand hadn't been set up. The park was full of people enjoying the sun, but all there was at the other end was endless political speeches through a bullhorn. And when the band finally started, they only had a couple of hours left on their police performance permit expired at 6 o'clock, and that was the end of the day. So what did I say up there in Washington Square Park, where the whole thing looked like it was going to be a low-energy disaster? What I said was follow the money. There are 2 million people in jail in the United States, and more than half of them are in jail for petty drug arrests, mostly pot. Well, there's now a privatized jail industry, and it's estimated that to keep each prisoner in jail for a year costs an average of $50,000. That means the people doing jail time for petty drug arrests are a $50 billion a year industry. It also means that the policy, which has taken the relationship between grass and hard drugs in the 60s, which was $10 for an ounce of grass and about $100 for a gram of coke or heroin, now has completely reversed, and grass is maybe 10 times more expensive on that basis than it was way back when. So that's maybe another $20 billion industry. Though there's a $70 billion industry on the part of the jails and the pot growers and dealers, because after all, this stuff is weed and it can be grown for almost nothing. And that's what really has to be overcome to legalize marijuana. Get the tobacco companies, who are really in trouble, to switch over to grass, and their powerful and potent lobby in Congress will be enough to overcome the marijuana laws. Shout it from the rooftops, howl it from the steeple. The war on drugs is a war on people. The war on drugs is a war on people.